Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Folly, and welcome to me. I'm putting all my toolbars up so I can see my pens better. And 8 wow, it really won't let me do it. 8.1. A solution. So we're going to talk about solutions. So a solution is a homogeneous mixture of a solid in a liquid, a gas in a liquid, or a gas in a gas. Okay, so a little part, really what it is, it's a little part going to be dissolved in a bigger part, or the solute put into the solvent, and then it dissolves. Okay, so examples of a solute would be the salt in salt water, or O2 or N2, or O2, oxygen, and N2, the atmosphere. Oxygen, remember, is about 20%. Nitrogen, remember, is really close to 80%. Okay, so the bigger part would be the solvent, and the smaller part is the solute. All right. Dissolving equations differ depending on the bond type. So ionic solutions turn into ions when they dissolve. And then here is the key part that we know right now. Ionic starts with a metal, or NH4. And they have to turn into ions, and these are the ions we learned before. How did I get the K is +1? Periodic table. How did I get Cl -1? Periodic table. Okay? Now, if I have some of the polyatomic ions that we learned, then you have to look at your solubility rules will do that. But hopefully you have them memorized. Okay. So H2O arrangement matters. So let's take a look at the pictures of this. This is water. Water looks like Mickey Mouse. This is the negative end of water, and the ears are the positive end of water. We'll get into this a little bit more, but you do need to know that. Okay. So notice right here, it's hard to see, but this is a positive ion. Well, positives are attracted to negatives, so look at how all the chins of Mickey Mouse are attracted to that positive ion. So that would be the positive ion. So this right here is Na positive, Cl negative. This right here is Cl negative. It's got a negative charge. Well, what's attracted to the negative charge? Hey, the positive ears. So look at that arrangement of water. Okay. So now, if ions form, a special thing called dissociating happens. Okay. So if it dissociates, then you have what's called an electrolyte. Electrolytes can conduct electricity, which means there is a flow of ions. So electricity essentially is a flow of ions. All right. Now, that's ionic. Covalent molecular compounds do not turn into ions when they dissolve. And covalent will start with a nonmetal. Okay? Nonmetal. So CH4 gas turns to CH4 aqueous. C2H5OH aqueous, again, starts with a C. So it's just going to turn into aqueous. It will not have ions. No ions. Water will not pull apart the molecule, and you get solution-like mixtures. Okay? So gases dissolve, and other gases too. By the way, this will not be on our test at all. It's good to know, but not on the test. Solids can dissolve into other solids to make alloys like steel. Also good to know. Fits our thing, but not on the test. Okay? If no ions form, dissolving is called dissolving, and the solution is a non-electrolyte. Remember, to be an electrolyte, you have to have ions that can flow. Flow of ions. If you don't have ions, you can't have a flow of ions. Molarity of ions is determined by the coefficient of the dissolving equation. Okay? So if I have a 3 molar solution of Na2S and AlBr3, which ion has the greatest molarity? So if I have Na2S, which is an ionic compound, it will turn into ions. Na positive plus S minus 2. Well, looky. There's a 2 there, so I need to put a 2 right here to make sure I have 2 sodiums. Okay? And this is a 1, so this is a 1. So if I have a 3 molar solution of Na2S, I will have 3 times 2. It'll be 2 times as much. So 3 times 2. It's going to be 6 molar Na positive and 3 molar S negative 2. All right? Now, if I'm going to look at AlBr3, AlBr3 will turn into periodic table Al plus 3 plus bromine negative. Okay, so it just splits into the ions. And then this 3 says, oops, I need 3 here. So again, if I have 3 molar solution, I'll have times 1, 3 molar Al plus 3. And I'll have 3 times 3, 9 molar Br negative. Okay. Gases are always going to be molecular for us, and they are always quite soluble in water. Warmer solutions dissolve less gas. Colder solutions dissolve more gas. So when people talk about the temperature affects how much oxygen's in there, that's a true statement. All right. Gases can make solutions with each other, and a gas and a gas. I think I've said it like 6 times or something that's not really on there. All right, concentration. Let's show you how to calculate this. So concentration, moles in solution. My equation is moles equals MV. Make sure you have that in your soul. Molarity is capital M, and the units are called molar, like your tooth. We've used those before. MOL is moles. V is volume that has to be in liters. And then converting again, we did that before. What is the molarity of a solution with 200 milliliters? Oh no, 0.2 liters. Remember, we don't put up with that milliliter stuff. And 3 moles of NaCl in it. Mole equals MV. We want to find molarity. My moles are 3. We want to find molarity. My volume is 0.2. 3 divided by 0.2 is, me looking for a calculator, it's going to be 1.5. 1.5, 0.15. So it is 3 divided by 0.2, which is the same thing, so 15. I put an M, so it'd be 15 molar. Most questions are annoying, give you grams and milliliters, not moles and liters. So if I have 10 grams of barium nitrate, right, so what is the molarity? Going to use the same equation. What is the molarity of 50 milliliter solution? I don't believe in 50 milliliters. 0.05 liters. With 10 grams of barium nitrate in it. Well, grams, I have to convert that into moles. Okay? So 10 grams of barium nitrate. Hey, we've done this before. 1 mole of barium nitrate. And then grams of barium nitrate. So I got to go to the periodic table. So barium's 133.3 plus 28.02 for 2 nitrogens plus quantity 6 times 16 for 6 oxygens. I get 257.32. So then 10 divided by that is 0.03. So that's 0.039 moles. So again, moles equals MV. 0.039 equals molarity. And my volume here is 0.05. So that second answer divided by 0.05 is 0.777777777777. Okay. Diabetics sometimes need sugar when their sugar crashes. Most of the time they don't. They usually have too much. How many liters of 0.75 molar sugar solution can be made with 945 grams of sugar? I've got grams. Always go through moles, 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 always go through moles. C12H22O11. So I got to get this into moles. 1 mole of C12H22O11. Grams of C12H22O11. So I go to the periodic table and I find my molar mass. 12.01 times 12 plus quantity 22 times 1.01 close quantity plus quantity 11 times 16 close quantity 342.34. So 945 divided by second answer is 2.76 moles. And so moles equals MV. My moles are 2.76. My molarity this time is 0.75. And solve for V. 2.76, our second answer, divided by 0.75 is 3.68 liters. All right. Last thing we do, dilutions. Change the concentration to a lesser desired amount. When you do a dilution, the number of moles is constant, but the total volume changes. Remember how moles equals MV? So that means if MV equals MV, moles equals moles. So all you're doing is adding water. Okay? So how do you make a 30 milliliter, how do you make 30 milliliters of a 0.5 molar NaCl solution given a stock solution of 6? A stock solution is an unlimited amount of a concentrated solution. So it's not really unlimited, but it means you got more than enough. Okay? So notice here, molarity, volume. Okay. Now, as long as the volumes are the same unit, you can use milliliters here. So if I use milliliters on the left, I'll use milliliters on the right. Okay. So 0.5 times 30, molarity 1, volume 1, 0.5 times 30, and I have 6 times V2. Do a little math, and I get 2.5 milliliters. So what do? You say, take 2.5 milliliters of concentrated solution and add enough distilled water to make 30 milliliters of solution. You need to say add enough distilled water because it's got to be added. So let's do this. M1V1 equals M2V2. Describe how to make 50 milliliters of a 2 molar KCl solution from a 10 molar stock solution. These are going to go together. That of means time, so it's going to go in there. KCl is 2. Volume is 0.05. I always like to use liters. I'm sorry. 10 and get V. So 2 times 0.05 divided by 10 is 0.01. 0.01 liters or 10 milliliters. So what do? I take this answer, 10 milliliters or 0.01 liters of stock solution and add enough distilled water. Distilled water just means it's water without junk in it to make, what are we making? 50 milliliters. All right. Well, that is it. So that means if you say hello to your neighbor, if you're watching this in class, you are finished. I hope you enjoyed writing it down. Toodles.